guys, so it's been a while. I haven't given myself a haircut and I really need one. So today I'm going to be cutting off my sides and the back, giving myself a taper. I'm going to show you guys how it's done and how to do it yourself. Let's get started. So we got the cape on. I'm going to start with my trimmers and hit the side. So over here we're starting with the trimmers, and this is going to create the bottom and the start of the fade. We're basically going to create a line across and shave everything underneath it. Here I'm just balding it with my shavers, and it's just going to make the haircut last a little longer. So here we're starting with the one guard with the blade open. You can see because the lever is down, and we're going to create a line that's about an inch high above the ball bud that we created with the trimmer. Here we're starting with the two guard, and we're just going to go about an inch up above that one open that we had earlier, and you can just kind of follow the steps that you're watching me do right now. Here we're starting with no guard on, just the blade open. You can tell because the lever's down, and we're going to hit it just in between that one guard and the ball bud that we made earlier. You want to slowly close the lever as you move downwards, and you want to end up with the lever fully closed just before that bulb line, and you're going to hit that bulb line with the trimmer, as you can see I'm doing right here. So I'm trying to show you guys with the comb here, where we're going to use the 0.5 guard, and that's right in between the 1 and where you have that blade open. Using the 0.5 guard, you should be able to blend from the 1 all the way down to the skin. Next is the 1.5 guard. I'm starting with this open, and I'm hitting right above where we hit it with the 1 guard, and that's in between the 2 guard and the 1 guard. As you move down, you should slowly close the guard, and it should blend into the 1. Back with the 1 guard, we're going to do some touch-ups, and basically if you see any dark spots or any lines, you should just hit it in that space, and just slowly close the lever if you need it to cut a little closer. We're just pretty much touching up right now. Here we're using the 3 guard, and I'm basically going all the way up, clearing the rest of the bulk. This is the highest guard we're going to use, so you want to use it pretty much as high as you can. You don't want to dig into the head, but just go flat to the surface to kind of keep a square shape. And you can also see I'm getting behind my ears with this, clearing out all that excess bulk. So these steps are pretty much the exact same thing on the left side. I'm just showing you some footage here so you can kind of get an idea of how to do it. You don't have to do it with your left hand, you can do it with your right. It's just a little more of a pain. Here I got a 1.5 lever closed, and you're just going to go downwards against the hair for the hairline. If you don't have the hairline, you can skip this step, but basically we're shaving it down so that when we line it up earlier, none of the hairs stick out and it creates a cleaner, crisper line. So I lost the audio over here, but basically what I'm trying to show you guys is how you want to hold the mirror when you're doing the back, because it's kind of difficult to do the back, so you need two mirrors, one to hold in your hand and get like one behind you. You're gonna look into the one that's in your hand and face it towards the one in the back. You don't want to face the big mirror because it makes it very difficult to cut the hair. You just gotta try it out for yourself and you'll see for yourself. So I'm doing a similar process over here that we did on the sides. I'm starting with a 1.5, and I'm just making a straight line across, as you can see in the mirror. Next, I'm hitting it with a 2, and I'm just going pretty much like all the way up, I would say, leaving a little bit of space, and you want to go around the ears and cut off all the excess bulk. Next, we're going with the blade closed, and we're basically going to make a bulb line. The reason I'm not doing it with the trimmer first is because with the back it's hard to see, and doing it with the trimmer or with the clippers will create a softer line, making it easier to get out. You want to take your time with the back and just make sure your lines are straight when you're going across. So what I'm doing here is I pushed the blade down and I made a line in between that one and the 1.5 and the no blade, and I just made a line maybe about 1/2 inch up, and I'm slowly closing it to blend in to that blade open to blade closed. Alright, so here I messed up a little bit and I pushed the bulb line too high up, so I'm just going back with my 1.5 guard and moving it up a little. These mistakes happen. The important part is knowing how to fix it. So the reason I moved it up is because I need more space to blend between my 1.5 and the no guard, and I just moved it up. Next, you want to use a 1 guard open and hit it right below that 1.5 line that you made, and just slowly close the lever as you go down. Lastly, you want to use the 0 guard or 0.5 just to blend the 1 into the no guard line. You're going to have to play around with the lever a bit and just make sure it's smooth. Here we're using the 3 guard, and we're just going to clean up that last bit of bulk at the top and anything that the 2 may have missed. So you just want to go all over, don't dig into the head, don't dig too high, and just clear out everything else. Now that we're done the fade, you want to hit it with the trimmers. This is how I like to do it. So I switch from the back mirror, or the hand mirror, into the big mirror, and I use the other mirror in my left hand to make the line on the back right. This is a bit of a tricky process, so it's going to take you a while. Just take your time, take it slow, or you can get someone to do it for you. It's pretty easy to make some straight lines. Here we're lining up the front. I just brushed it down a bit, and you basically just want to make a straight line across. I feel like it's a lot easier when you're lining up yourself to make a straight line. Just make sure you don't place yourself too far back. And if you don't have a hairline, like, don't worry about it. Just don't line up the front, and you can just keep it smooth. On these corners, you kind of want to pull your head to across the side so you can see where you're lining up. It's going to be difficult to get at angles, but you just gotta practice and find something that works for you. You really don't want to push that part back. Here I'm lining up the other side of my head, the back left, and basically the way I'm doing that is I'm still using my right hand because I can't line up with my other hand, but I switch sides and I'm back to looking into the hand here. Okay, so the cut's pretty much done. I'm just taking off the cape. Make sure once you take the cape off, or if you didn't do it with one, to get all those, you can see the hairs on my neck right now. Brush those off, there's going to be a lot, and there's going to be some neck hairs that you missed. So make sure to shave those with your trimmer just to get it nice and smooth. You might even want to bald it after, just to make sure it feels good. Alright guys, so this is the final cut. Let me know what you think. I think it's not too bad myself. Might have had some better ones, but I don't think it's too bad. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need help with anything, and take care. One last thing guys, if you need any of the tools or the equipment, I've linked them in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.